Trouties. Sierra here. Middle of the bustleness of the holiday season. It kind of feels nice to put on a sparkly dress and pretend I'm doing something fun. Who am I kidding? I love being in the studio all the time this time of year. So for those of you who do not know who I am, my name is Sierra Bailey and I am the designer, the maker, the everythinger here at Manic, Trout. And on Fridays, I go live so that you get a little bit of me behind the scenes. I wanted to talk today, as you see I'm in my sparkly sequined attire, because I'm going to talk about New Year's Eve dressing. I'm also going to say, you know, when you have yourself on like the portrait mode, I'm having such a problem with the hair lately. I've been having some issues. So excuse my hair as it looks awkward. My favorite products, they're no longer made and I'm trying to find some. Anyway, and if I'm fidgety. Anyway, here we are to talk about New Year's Eve. So, I posted in the Trouty community, and if you would like to join us and be part of it, just go on the Manic Trout page to groups and you'll see the Trouty community, and please join us. We're there just having a conversation, not publicly. I have it closed to keep out the riffraff of Facebook and spammers and whatnot, but I would love for you to join us. So anyway, I brought up, what do people like to do for New Year's Eve? And I've been bringing this up to friends of mine in person as well. But what I'm kind of realizing is I'm in my 40s, and I think many Trouties are 30s, 40s, 50s, kind of that range. I know, but I think that once we get to a certain age, the allure of the paying, especially nowadays, it's expensive to pay to go out if you want to go to like a restaurant or a club. And my husband and I do not drink, we are sober, and it especially gets a little tricky. So he's in hospitality and he ends up saying that he'll be the one to work on New Year's Eve because he's never liked the holiday. It's the going out aspect. And my favorite thing to do is to actually kind of like nerd out in my studio and look back on what my goals have been. Nothing like official. I don't really pull up the spreadsheets on New Year's Eve, but kind of get myself ready for the year coming and all that kind of thing. And I love doing that. It's really quiet. There aren't a lot of people online. So for me, that's my favorite way to ring in the new year. I've done many different ways. I've done like the destination, the beach. I've done Times Square when I lived in New York, and many parties and many going outs. And I've done all different things on New Year's Eve. And I really, I like this way. But I've noticed that a lot of Trouties are more into the home, either like staying at home with your kids or having like somebody in the neighborhood having a party. That way nobody has to drive, everybody can walk. One of the Trouties actually lives on the street from me, and she may have a party, she told me today, so maybe I'll pop down there. Another Troutie shared in the community that she has a party. So that's kind of a fun way to do it. But if you don't have a specific theme, which I know many New Year's Eve parties do nowadays, what does one wear to New Year's? So I'm going to talk about kind of just the obvious things that people wear for New Year's Eve, because right now you absolutely have time to still order stuff online, including jewelry, and go shopping. You have a couple of weeks out. You can prepare if you're like, oh goodness, I'm supposed to go to this party, but I don't know what to wear. I know a lot of us with the whole, like, if you commit to making the plan and you get the outfit, you'll go, because so many of us just want to like hide in our houses and never leave again. But let's make it easy on ourselves. Let's think ahead what to wear on New Year's Eve. So I have notes today. So the obvious. What are the materials that make a good New Year's Eve dress? Because quite honestly, this dress was in my closet and boom, I have maybe worn it on New Year's Eve, but I've not necessarily worn it with the New Year's Eve people I'll see this year. So instantly I look at this dress and I'm like, sparkles, winner, there you go. So the big things that make a New Year's Eve dress different than a normal dress are usually sparkles. This is in the way of sequins. Velvet is also a great material for New Year's Eve, especially those of you that live in the colder climates, because I live in Austin, Texas, where you can actually get away with bare legs still in December. You're maybe a little chilly, but it's not bad. But I went to school in Syracuse, and there is snow on the ground in massive amounts more often than not, and you don't want to be freezing. Velvet is a great way to make like a thick dress kind of happen for you. Tulle is also one of my favorites. Another great way to be festive just with your materials. So like, let's say you have like a tulle skirt hanging in your closet. You could pair that. Maybe you just need to get the sequin top. I feel like I just went back in time to like 1997. However, the 90s are back, so that would work so well. And lace also, lace, I don't know, you have to have like the right lace for New Year's Eve. Sometimes it comes off a little too summery. You have to have like dark lace. It has to be kind of the right thing. So think of like winter lace, like black lace things, all great fabrics that will like kind of say like New Year's Eve. So if you have like one piece, like a top or a skirt that is in one of those fabrics, you can kind of match that with something else and it will give a little like New Year's Eve-ness to your outfit. All right, so some design elements that are common, and I'm not one for like provocatively dressing, shall we say. So when I say these things, realize that you don't have to like go to the extreme, but just along, these are the guidelines. So the deep V, this, you know, you see like the deep V down here for those of us that do not have much in the bust department is a lovely look, but I love the big deep V in the back, maybe with like a little bit of draping around it, and then the neckline would come up like this. That is a beautiful look and can be a little more demure for those of us that are not into like, you know, taping on the holiday. But yeah, if you are gonna go deep V in front, please wear tape of some sort. You can get it everywhere. Now I think even like the drugstores have clothing tape that you can just double stick, nothing peeks. It's nice. You'll thank me later for that one. The mini skirt, and when I say mini skirt, I don't mean like hoochie, you know, like, I mean like, you know, a shorter skirt is usually more of the festive side, but I don't ever wear a skirt really above the knee really much anymore. So, you know, it's just like New Year's Eve is usually like fun and flirty and like cocktail dress, dressed up. Not necessarily unless you're going to like, you know, there are times when you want to show up and be the most dressed up. Maybe it's your party or whatnot. But if you're wanting to go to somebody's house for a New Year's Eve party, you don't want to upshow the hostess typically. So showing up in like a ball gown is not maybe the route you want to do unless everybody's going to wear ball gowns. Just a little suggestion. But usually like these dresses are they're fun and flirty. They're not like gown type things. So that's why like when I say mini, just like a cocktail length is usually more like New Year's Eve. The other is that the trend of the cold shoulder, I personally am not that into it because I am small and it doesn't always fit me right, but that's when like this part is opened up on your shirt. So it's like maybe there's like a strap here and then the bottom part. That trend is still going strong. If you're looking for something trendy, something like sparkly with a cold shoulder, you'll be right on point for this New Year's Eve. And of course the bodycon dresses, you know, you don't have to go like full Kardashian style, but I'm more almost always, I wear like the fuller skirt thing. I think they look great for New Year's Eve, but more often than not, you're going to find those bodycon dresses. Take them or leave them. I personally don't wear them very often. Now for colors. Obvious choices. Gold and silver. Gold's really big this year for the kind of holiday season of fashion, so you will have no problem finding a gold dress if you want a gold dress. Black, also, always a classic. How many of us have oodles of, like I said, I had this just hanging in my closet. I tend to have a lot more of like black options than other options. But bright colors. When like researching this, I didn't see many like pastel colors. The Pantone color of this next year is ultraviolet. So you'll start to see more and more of like the deep purples. You're going to see that like bright color probably already more in stores right now than you'll see the pastels. And the pastels don't usually go New Year's Eve. It's more like bright and festive. Think like Christmas lights left over, you know, like we're a bright color couple of weeks going on right here, not necessarily the pastels. So if you're pulling something out of your closet, go for something bright colored. Don't go for like the pastel version. And I saw a lot of gray. I love dark gray. It kind of goes with the silver, but without the shimmer of it. I'm a big fan of dark gray. I have a dark gray lace dress. Maybe I wore it in a video recently that I absolutely, if I had to get like dressed up more in a like conservative manner, not as much in a fun, I would absolutely wear that for New Year's Eve and feel perfect for that. All right, so I have now some fun ideas of elements that you can add that you maybe want to get something to wear. Maybe you have like a dress that's black and sequins in your closet and you want to add something that's kind of fun, maybe a little more on trend for this year. All right, so the first, well, let's just give a shout out. Do we remember the episode that I did about the fun things for fall? What did we learn was going to be a big thing this year, and you probably can still find them maybe on sale? Glitter boots. So maybe for this year, you want to wear glitter boots for New Year's Eve. And you know, like boots, especially cold climates, boots are awesome to wear for New Year's Eve because you still have height, yet your toes are covered. Win-win for everybody. I will say if it's snowing, your glitter will probably get hurt by the snow. So be warned about that. You may not want to do that. I'm a fan. If you're going to somebody's house, wear winter boots. Carry your pretty shoes with you. That will kind of help them look their best and not get your feet cold if there is snow or water on the ground. The over-the-knee boot is still very in though. So a great way to add, maybe if you have like a cute skirt, you're gonna have to probably go pretty short. But you could also do like, I saw like sequin leggings. I don't know how much you'd want to go sequin leggings and over-the-knee boots, but that might work. But like a legging with then an over-the-knee boot, you know, and then like some festive sparkly shirt. So there you go. That's kind of like your more laid back, low-key, or warm dressing option. Another thing that I saw that I think is going to be kind of big this year, and this might be for the little bit of the younger set. I'm not sure how much my generation gets into this, but the velvet jumpsuit is quite the item right now. So, hey, you want to look for like an on-trend, really fun thing to wear for New Year's Eve? Velvet jumpsuit it is. Maybe with some glitter boots. The other thing is just add anything metallic. Like gold lame kind of a modern fabric, like the current rendition of it is really popular and you can find it easily in stores. So I sometimes like to do like a gold, like I would do like a little like clutch that's in the gold, or my shoes, not necessarily my whole dress. I'm also a big fan of like buying nice dresses that I can wear a lot. But if you do like a Rent the Runway or like a Gwenny Bee or one of those companies, totally rent a gold lame dress. How fun would that be? You'd be really on trend, perfect for New Year's Eve. Fun, fun, fun way to do it. The other thing that I saw a lot of when looking this up was green sequins. And I saw, okay, this is like, I wouldn't wear this in a million years. It is way too young for me. But there was an adorable young woman who was wearing green sequins, little like shorts, like Wonder Woman shorts, but with like tights and like a tuxedo jacket. It was adorable. It was quite fun. But it was like such a great way to do her twist on dressing for New Year's Eve. So she had like the sequins and the formalness. But I saw a lot of green sequin dresses, green like sequin skirts, things like that. So green sequins seem to be having a little bit of a moment this New Year's Eve. So that's a fun thing that you can kind of add in that will make it something fresh too. A lot of people don't want to just pull the dress out of their closet. I'm a big fan of that. But if you don't want to, you go have fun with that gold lame and the green sequins. All right. I don't need notes for this next section because what we all come here for, of course, is what jewelry do you wear with that? So I, am of course the queen of making these statement necklaces, but as I talk about all the time in these videos, when I'm getting like dressed up more of like cocktail in the evening, I tend to not do the big necklace, mainly because a lot of my dresses, if they're dressier, they have things like this, and you have to have like the perfect necklace to wear over something like this, and then the competing thing sometimes looks weird. I really prefer to do like the big earrings, the bracelet. I'm actually wearing the matching. I think I've worn these in a video. They are the Endless Memory. And New Year's Eve is my favorite time for the rings. I'm wearing the Manic Trout. I had another one on one of my fingers. I don't know what I did. I am wearing the Zsa Zsa bling rings in 4 different colors, but they are on Manic Trout, very affordable. I hand wrap them. They're lovely. And I have tons of them in the sale. In fact, in the sale, see the wrapping? In the sale, they actually are ones with fuchsia wire, which are really fun. So if you don't have a bling ring yet, great time to get a bling ring. You have plenty of time to order for the holiday. But I want to show you some different earring styles and kind of talk about what they look the best with. I have done a whole video on earring styles and what looks good with your face shape. So if you want to go back and look through the videos on the Facebook page, you can look at that. These are also all on the Manic YouTube channel now. It depends on how you'd like to watch your videos. All right, so we have a few fun options. One are hoops with little colors. I have a few colors of these. Hoops are really fun. They're fun for night. I always laugh that even though when I do earrings, a lot of them, I do have like locking backs or the little rubber things, but hoops like are really secure. So if you're going out dancing, hoops are a great option because of the secureness. But I love a good hoop. These do not catch on the curly hair. They add a great bit of, the perfect amount of kind of fanciness with like cocktail things, especially if you're not like super dressy. They add not too dressy, like you're not trying too hard. I'm just gonna bring this over because it's easier. All right, so here are a few varieties. You have like super long ones. I see really long things as being a little dressier. I'm wearing these right now. Oh, the Endless Memory ones with the quatrefoil in them. I find that they're just wonderful for like that classic element. They're not like disco-y. They're not super dressy, but they're just really nice for wearing with like a big bracelet. They come down almost to like your shoulder on really short. So remember that when I say that. They have a little bit of gold or silver, depending on what you get in them. They have a couple of gemstones. Fun. These are diamond shapes with like a tail of color on them, and those are really fun too. Like if you're wearing something bright colored, something like that could be a lot of fun. They're very like festive looking. This is a new design that I had with the fall winter collection, and there are two gemstones that fall kind of like next to each other like this. I find these great for cocktail dress styles and things like that because they have length, they have a little bit of swing and movement to them. They look great with your hair up if that is your style. Very fun. And then the Everything I Need earrings, which are the teardrop of the gemstone with the hammered circle. I think everything but these in this collection are gold and silver possible. These are a little more demure, like a little more if you're not looking for the crazy fun. These, as you can see them swinging around, like if you're getting dressed up, those are ultra fun. There are 4 stones. Most of these come in like 4. Well, actually, some of these come in more than 4. So those are all fun options. And then I usually have like a bracelet that goes. Sometimes it's just easier. Like I'm wearing the matching earring and bracelet. They're far away from each other, so I think matching makes life so much easier. But like that's the bracelet that goes with those fun earrings. So you see if you're wearing something that you need a bunch of color or that you want to go on the color thing, something like that is really fun. But New Year's Eve is all about glitter, glitz, fun. Like you're not going to a wedding, you're just out there celebrating to have fun. I am a big fan of the sequined like little tiara things that say the year. I like those better than the sunglasses or the glasses that have like the O's. We're not in a year for that anyway. But I like to add things like that. I think it's fun, it's festive, get those noisemakers and have fun with it. But the whole point is, if you also want to stay home in your jammies and talk about your goals for the next year with yourself, I'm all for that too, because I'm going to be doing that this New Year's Eve. That's my favorite way to do it. But Trouties, no matter how you decide to celebrate, no matter what you decide to wear, I hope you all have a stress-free next few weeks. I will be back next Friday, which is the 22nd, I think. I will be back as normal at 1 p.m. Central here on the Manic Trout Facebook page. The videos do, of course, stay up. Please comment and join in the conversation. And as I was saying earlier, I've now been putting them on the Manic Trout YouTube channel, so you may be watching this later there. And if so, thank you for watching. I am Manic Trout on Facebook and on Instagram, and of course, like Twitter, Pinterest, Polyvore, all that. Please follow along. I love to have the Trouties there in our community of happiness. And if you're a PS not in Troutie community, make sure you join that group, because the more of us in the conversation, the more fun that it is. That's just in the groups on the Facebook page. But I will be back. You guys hear my dog, who is like throwing herself against the door right now? It's like a little thump that keeps happening. I locked right in the studio. But I will see you all next week, Trouties. I hope you have a wonderful week and that you're all staying sane this holiday season. Thank you so much. Bye.